Well, today I got something a little different for you. If it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. Hit that like, subscribe, and share button. It'll help my channel out, help it grow considerably, and be able to help me continue to bring you all content. So I don't have a lot of content yet, but that'll change as time goes on. So the other day I was out turkey hunting and ran into a little dilemma. I guess it was more of an inconvenience than anything, but had my tripod located in the corner of my ground blind, and not a lot of room in there to begin with, but when you add that over in the corner, and then you've got your bow, and I'm running a Bowmar decapper, so I've got a 31-inch arrow on the end of that, and just doesn't leave a lot of leg room, and when you go to draw back, your chances of bumping into your tripod are quite great, so I wanted to do something a little different. So what I'm doing, and you'll be the first to see if this works or not. I think it's going to. First off, deer blinds, the roof has a capacity of approximately 17 to 20 pounds. So what it can hold, from what I've been able to find online, which should be plenty for this setup. This particular camera, the Canon XA70, it's about 2.5 pounds, probably 3 pounds closer with some of the other add-ons, the mic and handle on top, but still it's only about 3 pounds. And this little setup here, and with the L bracket flash arm, another 2.5 pounds. So the whole thing's less than 8 pounds. So the roof should be plenty to hold this. But what my thoughts are, I'm going to take this L bracket hand grip. This one is actually called a flash arm. They run about $13. All these items that I'm showing you today are linked down in the description below. So I really appreciate it if you would hit that link and check out the items. But it does help the channel grow and help me bring more content. All right, so we're going to start out. Going to take our flash arm here, and the bottom of this already has the tripod mount mounted to it, since that's what I've been using out in my blind. And it does have the 1/4-20 threaded mount on it, or threaded hole, so I can still utilize that and not have to remove this in case I decide to switch back to the tripod for other uses. But I will be mounting the handle on the right side of the camcorder, and that way I still have full accessibility to the monitor. So get that mounted up here. And these come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are fully articulating, they're jointed, and just lots of different configurations. This one just happens to be a fairly inexpensive flash arm. It's $13, and it works plenty good. One thing you want to make sure, though, I did have to remove the little plastic friction disc in here, or washer, because it was making this move up and down too easily. And for this particular situation, we don't want that to move, so I removed that, and now it's a lot firmer. So what we're going to do, this has the cold shoe mount on the top of it for your flash or other accessories that you want to add on to it. But for this, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these K&F Concept articulating arms. Sometimes they're also called small rig arms. I guess they have a lot of different names for them, but this one, loosen it up, and has one of these adapters on it for your GoPro or Insta360, and just going to take that off. It's also a 1/4-20, which is your normal mounts are pretty much all the same. But that will actually screw into this hole right on the top. We'll get that in there. Just going to tighten this up so it can get a little easier. Make sure you get that good and tight. Should be good. That's plenty good. So now that we have that, what we're going to do is, I have one of these. What this is it's a bike mount, motorcycle mount. You normally hook this on to back of your bike or your motorcycle, and then you can mount your Insta360 or GoPro on here and extend it up and get your videos while you're riding down the road. But for this particular situation, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and this is going to mount to the rods, fiberglass rods on the roof of the deer blind. This particular mount ran about $30, $35. So I've seen them as low as $25 and upwards of $90, depending on what brand you buy. But I believe this one was just about $35, so it's not that bad. If you get one, it's just basically a selfie stick. If you get it and it does not have these little articulating friction arms on it, they run anywhere from $15 to $20 a piece, so you're better off just getting the full setup right off the bat for $30, $35, and then you're all set. But what we're going to do with that is we're going to then mount this, and then you can move that however you need to. So that is hooked on the roof. That will hang, and then this can be positioned however you need to. So it'll be a little bit easier when it's hooked onto the roof, but as you can see, you could position it how you need and tighten it up and hang in there. So you can still move it if you want to follow that animal out there, and it will free up all your space underneath. Plenty of floor space and no worries. But now to put this to the test. So I am going to go out and get the blind set up, and I will be back in a moment. All right, so we're back. So got our camcorder with our flash arm on here and the articulating arm, and we've got our bike mount. It has the articulating arms clamps on there. So see how this works. What I'm going to do is we're going to attach this up top. Now we're going to attach this. So there you have that. We'll see. And what's the worst that can happen, right? Like I said, you guys are seeing this for the first time as well. So with that, now if I want it over on the side a little bit, I think I should be able to tighten that up, and hopefully it doesn't want to stay just because the hinge part on the roof, they want to swing on that. But that's all right because it's still up out of the way and I can still swivel it just fine. You do want to use caution though when you are swiveling this, that you're not actually unscrewing this from the flash arm or from the top, but it's actually pivoting on the ball hinge itself. But if you're just going to pivot it side to side to follow an animal, shouldn't be a problem at all. And everything down here wide open. I'll show you what I got coming up on this because it's a little added bonus with this that I like. So one thing that I want to point out with this particular one, the bike mounts, they are extendable, which is nice. You just tighten them up by twisting, the twist lock style. And it'll stay as it is. Hopefully you can see that. But what's nice about that, so this puts more added weight on the middle. And if you want your camera to be a little further to the side, you're going to want to loosen these, which come off pretty easily. And then you can actually move this. Since it extends, you could hook this one on one of the outsides and move it further down on these fiberglass rods. That'll make this move over more, and it'll put more weight on the outside corners of the frame and not more in the middle. So, but with that, one of the things that's really nice about this is on the end, since it is a selfie stick, it has the hookup for another camera. So you can take another camera, which what I would do with this is what I will do, because I will be using this, is I will take another smaller articulating arm and hook it in here, so this can be more, I can move over to the side and it'll be more in the middle of the tent, and then it can actually aim at me while I am drawing back. So that is that. I think it actually works really well. So anybody that wants some extra space in their tent, in their deer blind, turkey blind, whatever you may have, just wildlife watching, it's a pretty good option for under $100. So there you have it. like I said, links are in the description below, and like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.